Hello, guys. Am I audible? Am I visible? Can you let me know if I'm audible quickly? Hello, everyone. How are you all? Welcome to this amazing crash course on Python, where we are just going to learn many things which I have specifically found out in many people whenever they specifically want to work in the industries, right? Again, for all those people who are expert in Python, please do not join this session and waste your time. For all those people who want to probably start from basics and get to a level where you can develop industry ready projects, I will be there to help you out. Clear, everyone? Yeah, everybody, just give me a quick yes if you're able to understand what I'm saying. Okay, what will be offered in this Python course? We'll discuss about it. See, I have seen many people whenever we talk about Python, they probably go ahead and just open a Jupyter notebook and start coding, right? I don't want that specific thing. Even in some of my batches I'm taking, I'm telling that prerequisites are Python, but people still do not know about modular coding. They do not know specifically about how to go ahead with the Python packages. What are the different ways of creating Python packages? How to install libraries? In industries, how do we specifically work? Each and everything we'll be discussing. So please go ahead and give a like, okay? And first of all, I hope everybody's fine. Okay, there are a lot many things. Krish, glad to see you waiting for big data engineering course on Udemy. Just 1 week time, guys. There are some modules that I've left. I'm recording even MySQL. I'm trying to put MySQL over there. Okay, so everything will be available. Okay. Uh, Many people are saying, what about Udemy courses? Alright, bhai. Let me complete the recording, right? See, Udemy courses are something which will take time with respect to recordings, right? And our team is working daily hard. First of all, we'll be coming up with the big data courses, and then later on, and everything will be in like 399 rupees. I'll be sharing the coupon and all. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Velugu, Charan, see, object detection and object segmentation recording is left in computer vision. So along with that, everything is recorded. I've uploaded even in the Udemy course. Let me know, like, if you want that particular course to be launched and you can wait for another 1 month for the object detection and all, I will be happy to launch it. But I really want to finish up that recording. Monal is also recording that stuff. Okay, perfect. Now let me do one thing quickly. So, what are we going to discuss in this session, everyone? Hmm? What are we going to discuss? Come on, let me know. So, let me share my screen. Okay, and I'll talk about the agenda, how specific things we are going to learn. Just let me know if my screen is visible. Okay, so is my screen visible, everyone? Yeah. Can I get a quick yes if my screen is specifically visible? Yeah. Okay. So we will first of all go with the most common things, since this is the first session. I'll just give you an idea what all things we are going to specifically discuss. There are a lot many things that we are going to discuss. Step by step, we will be discussing. First of all, let me hide the current comment. Okay. So first of all, I want your complete support. See, unless and until I don't get your complete support, like these all sessions will be not useful. You can let me know, Krish, I don't like this session, we don't want to. Unless and until you don't practice, I'll probably go ahead and see that how is the support in this specific session, and then I will be making frequently things. I'm probably coming up with a lot of crash course in a modular way where we can specifically discuss all these things. Okay. I'm also planning to come up with object detection, small modules, vector database, generative AI, agentic AI. Already we have done. Now I'll be uploading more videos related to LangGraph and all. Okay. So let's talk about the agenda of this session. First of all, let me just go ahead and write it down. Okay. So since this is the day one, okay, this is the day one. The agenda will be very sweet and simple. Okay. Today, first of all, we will see installation. Okay, installation with respect to Anaconda VS Code. Okay. Along with the VS Code, whenever we talk about installation, I will also talk about VS Code extensions, like which are the at least libraries or at least extensions that you basically require in order to develop any kind of projects. Okay. So first of all, we will go ahead and discuss about this. Second thing, I will be talking about the importance of environments. Okay, environments, and how we can specifically create environments in Anaconda. Now you may be thinking, Krish, why Anaconda? Why not Python? Can I not do it with the help of Python? Okay. Yes, we can definitely do. So we can definitely do with the help of Python also. Just give me a second, guys. I'm getting an urgent call. Just a second. Okay, so I'm talking about the importance of environments. And whenever we talk about a real world industry, right? So in industry level projects, how the environments are specifically created, uh, I will be talking about this, and it is super important. Till now, from 2014, you know, how we used to initially create environments, but after Anaconda basically came, what exactly became, how easy it became to probably create the environments. We'll be discussing about that. Okay. Then, then the next thing is that after this, we will also be discussing about Python packages. Now, when I say Python packages, right, this package is basically through two ways. Okay, one is the Setup.py file, and one is Project.toml, right? So we will be discussing about both of them. Okay, so this Project.toml I have never discussed in my channel. So today we will be teaching this. Okay, and again, I'm not going to show you how to code in Jupyter Notebook again. Okay, no Google Colab, nothing. It will be completely in VS Code or PyCharm. It will be modular coding, right? Modular coding, how things are basically there and all. Okay. After completing this particular packages, we will be specifically talking about one more additional thing, that is with respect to .env file. Okay. Since in day 4 and day 5, we'll be talking about LLM models. Okay. So we should know regarding keys, configuration files, how things are basically done. The reason why I'm teaching you this, because tomorrow in day 2, we will be talking about object oriented programming completely. It will be related to object oriented programming. And in day 3, I will be showing you entire one end to end ML project and how you should design an end to end ML project with respect to coding, right? So that specific thing also I'll be discussing. Uh, but this is the day 1 overall agenda. I hope everybody is clear. Can you give me a quick confirmation if you are able to understand the agenda that we are going to discuss in this particular video? Just give me a quick confirmation. That will be more than sufficient. Okay. So super excited, everyone. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now let's do one thing. First of all, whenever we talk about discussing about the installation, okay, and because this is the problem, even in my Udemy courses, maximum number of people faces problem in installing Anaconda. Okay, Anaconda. So if I just go ahead and just write the Anaconda download, it's okay. Whoever has basically created the end-to-end or installed this Anaconda, it is good for you. But this is basically for all those people who are not able to do it. Okay. So first of all, just go to the Anaconda downloads. Okay, you can just go ahead and do it in Google or whatever things you want. Probably if you're using any kind of browser, and then what you do is that after this you can go ahead and skip registration, and based on your operating system, you can select any of them. Like if you want to go ahead with Windows, you want to go ahead with Mac, you want to go ahead with Linux. Okay, it is up to you. Okay. So let's say that I want to probably go ahead with Windows. So I have a Windows. If you have Mac, go ahead with this. I think installation with Mac and Linux is quite more simple when compared to Windows. Okay. One of the problem like many people will face with respect to Windows, I will be talking about it right now. Okay. So let's say that after you install in the Windows, so first of all, let's go ahead and just click on download. So this particular file is basically getting downloaded. But if I just go ahead and open this, so this will how my exe file will look like. Okay. So this is how my exe file will look like. Okay. So I will just double click this with respect to the installation. Then what I will do is that I will go ahead and click on next. Okay. And then I will go ahead and click on agree. I'll say, hey, install just for me. Okay. So I will just go ahead and click on next. Already I have done the Anaconda installation. Let's say the by default path, it will take your C drive. Okay. And it will just give a path like a Anaconda 3. Okay. Since I have already done the installation, what I'm actually going to do is that I'll just go ahead and write Anaconda 4. Once I write Anaconda 4, I'm just writing Anaconda 4 because Anaconda 3 folder is already created. Okay. Then we go ahead and click on next. Here, please make sure to click on this particular option. Add Anaconda 3 to my path environment variable. If you don't add this, what will happen is that you'll get an error whenever you write any conda command in the terminal, right? That like conda command is not recognizable. So that kind of issues you will specifically be getting it. Okay. So this is really, really important. If you don't check this up, then again, there is another way. You need to probably go ahead and manually insert the environment variable path. Okay. So if all those people who have specifically installed Anaconda without adding this particular checkbox, okay, then what will basically happen is that that path, the default path will not be added in the environment variable. So that is my suggestion. Please, everyone, whenever you install Anaconda, please make sure to have this particular checkbox added. Okay. So today we are going to do a lot of coding. That is the coding related to setup.py file and all. Okay. So I will be showing you how to do that and all. But first of all, this is important because if you don't do this correctly, then there will be an issue with respect to the installation of the libraries with the help of conda command. Okay. So once you do this, make sure to have a checkbox and then click on install. Once you click on install, the installation will basically happen. Okay. So is everyone clear about this? Whenever you're doing the installation, please make sure to add this particular checkbox. So if this is clear, I did not select the checkbox while installing. How can I rectify? Now I will show you if by mistake you have not checked the checkbox, then how do you rectify this specific mistake? Okay. So for this, what I will do is that I will just go ahead and cancel this. Let's say that you have not checked it and you have done the installation. I will just go ahead and open my environment variables. Okay, this is important, guys. Trust me, this is important. I know many people want to do a huge, they want to create an end-to-end ML project. They want to use ML ops. They want to use GitHub, each and everything they want to use. But this basic thing you don't know, and you will not be able to manage even your packages. This is the fundamental concept. This says that how good a developer you are. Okay. Now, I will just go ahead and open my environment variable. In order to open my environment variable, just search for edit the system environment variables. So if you have not, now one person, again, I have to hide this user on this channel because he just want to disturb all the people out there. Okay, no worries. So I will just go ahead and click on environment variable. Now inside this environment variable, there is something like system variable and there is something like user variable. If I install Anaconda for my purpose, I will go to this user variable and here there will be something called as path. Okay, here there will be something called as path. Now, with respect to this particular path, here you'll be seeing if you have done the checkbox correctly, if you have checked that specific checkbox, then there will be 5 different paths that will be added. One is Anaconda 3 scripts, one is Anaconda 3 library bin, one is Anaconda 3 library user bin, and one is this Ming W64 bin, and the other one is Anaconda 3. So these all paths, these 5 different paths will be added in your environment variable. Okay, this is really important for you all to understand. Okay, if you have not done if you have not added the checkbox, if you have not done the checkbox and you have installed Anaconda, this path will not be available. Okay, so what you have to do is that you have to add manually all the specific path. Does that make sense, everyone? Yes, 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 yes. Does this make sense, everybody? So this path you have to manually add it, and this should be based on the path that you have specifically installed. Okay, This is the most important fundamental problem that many people is there will be missing out. Okay, we have to go to that folder. Yes, Anaconda 3, where it is specifically installed, you have to go to that particular folder and you have to find this particular path like library user bin, library bin, and scripts. Okay, because I've seen many people, they'll say, hey, I'm working as a data scientist, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, but they're not able to do this simple thing, right? So that is the main problem, and that is why I'm starting this specific crash course. I'm not going to teach how to use data structures on the first day. I'm not going to open a Google Colab and say, hey, start the coding. I will first of all say that what should be the basic configuration. Okay, what should be the basic configuration with respect to package management, with respect to environment variable. That shows how classic developer you are. Okay, this is really much important. Does this make sense, everyone? Can I get a quick yes if you are able to understand? If you are able to understand, please do hit like. Let's make this 1,000 likes all this session. I promise you, every week some or the other thing we will be coming up with, where we will try to bring up something where many people face that specific problem. Okay, I will be taking control of all those kind of sessions. Yeah, perfect. So once you add the environment variable, make sure to add the path. Okay, all these paths should be here. This recording will be available. You can go ahead and check this path and map along with that particular folder. Okay, perfect. Now what I will do, I will go ahead and click on okay, apply, done. Okay, now in order to check whether my installation has happened perfectly or not, so what I will do, I will just go to my command prompt and just write conda. Once I write conda, you will be able to see that I will be getting this particular commands. Okay, so here you will be able to see some commands. That basically means your installation has happened correctly. Okay, now till now I have completed this with respect to the installation of the Anaconda is done. Now the next thing is that we will try to install VS Code. This is also important. See, you may ask me, Krish, should we use VS Code? Should we use PyCharm? Whichever you are comfortable with. I love VS Code. See, with respect to VS Code, whenever I get, right, so this is my VS Code. Okay, let's say this is my VS Code. Okay, now I love VS Code. The reason I love VS Code is that because uh, I like this dark screen. I like how things are over here, and it actually helps me to write my code in an efficient way. Okay. Here you have sufficient extensions and all. Okay. You can use PyCharm. See, I have used both of them. I've used PyCharm, I've used Spider, I've used Jupyter Notebook, I have used RStudio for R programming language. I have used different IDs. But out of all this, since I'm also a .NET developer, I like Visual Studio Code. Okay. I started my career as a .NET developer. Okay. So step by step, we'll try to see that how things will basically happen. Now, in order to install the VS Code, okay, what you need to do, just go ahead and search for VS Code. So here you will be seeing VS Code download. Okay, just search in the Google. Okay, how to probably go to this particular VS Code. Over here, just search for VS Code download. Yes, all the classes will be recorded. It will be available in all your dashboard. Along with this, it will also be available in the YouTube. It is for everyone, completely for free. Okay. So here I will just go ahead and click on this. Okay, I will just go ahead and download for Windows. If you have different operating system, then you will be getting a different operating system over here. Okay, you'll be getting a different operating system over here. So download for Windows. Again, once you download it, here you will be getting one exe file that is basically getting downloaded. Okay, very simple, very easy, very much simpler. All you have to do is that once you install Anaconda, go ahead and download VS Code and double click on that and start doing the installation. Okay, that's it. Okay, now let me show you one more very important thing. So once you go ahead and download this exe file, once you double click and install it, your VS Code will install. And also make sure that in VS Code, whatever checkboxes are basically coming up, right? Go ahead and click that particular checkboxes and do the installation. Okay, now let's go ahead and see our Anaconda Navigator. See, this is also important. Okay, once you install Anaconda, you will be getting something called as Anaconda Navigator. Okay, now this Anaconda Navigator is super important because this navigator actually helps you to show, it shows you how many different environments you have actually created in your system. It entirely manages each and every project till now that you have actually developed. Do you have any idea how many projects I have specifically developed in my career? Right, many projects in this particular system. If you just go ahead and see how many projects I've developed, you'll just be able to understand from this particular environment. Let me show you. See over here, if I just go ahead and click on environment, see how many environments I've created. VNV, 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 VNV. See over here, VNV, VNV. You know that how many how many videos I have uploaded in my YouTube channel? It is around 2,000, more than 2,000. Okay. So here you'll be able to see how many different types of libraries I have installed. In every VNV, you'll be able to see that how many installed packages are there, each and everything. Okay. Yes, that is the reason I've invested a lot in this particular platform, right? In this particular system. I have a desktop which is quite heavy. It has 128 GB of RAM. It is basically having Nvidia Titan RTX GPU. It has huge hard disk and all, right? I don't have to probably worry about anything, right? So this is important. So I can go ahead and probably use this. See, this is where the most important part is that I can select any environment that I want to use, and I can open anything that I really want. Okay, so everything over here I'll be able to see it, and almost everything I've used over here with respect to packages, with respect to environments, even I've seen Dask, even I've seen Scikit-learn, VS Code, Spider, every kind of IDs I've actually used. Isn't it interesting? Right? And I also want you all to be like that. If see, guys, I'll tell you, many people will still say that hey, AI is not important, AI is not important. Bhai, AI, Python, all these are important. You can see how the career is shifting. You can see how countries are fighting between each other to create the best LLM model. Companies are fighting between each other to create the best LLM model, right? And still there will be some people who will say that hey, not important. Okay, now it is up to you. Try to understand what is important, what is not important. You are smart enough to take that specific decision. So I at least want everybody to be very much good at Python programming language, because with the help of Python programming language, you can become a Python developer, you can become an AI developer, you can become a data analyst, you can become a data scientist, you can become an MLOps engineer, you can become a web developer, you can learn frameworks like Django, Flask, whatever things you want. Okay, now this is very much simple for you to understand. Okay, now everybody got the idea with respect to the Anaconda Navigator. Shall we move next? Yes, shall we go towards VS Code, how to launch VS Code, how to create environments and all? Yeah, if you like this particular video, hit like. Yes, start sharing. From today I want everybody to share in LinkedIn. Share your learning. This is for freshers, this is for starters, and this is not for experienced professionals. If experienced professionals are there, you can just come and watch, say hi to me if you want. But here I have found out this major problem. There is some major problem over here with many people. I probably whenever I discuss with any person, they don't know where is environment, they don't know where is VS Code, what is VS Code, how to probably create an environment, how to create a file, anything as such. Okay, perfect. Now let's go ahead and close this Anaconda Navigator. I'll not use it, okay, right now. Now let me do one thing, okay, quickly. I will just go ahead and open my E drive, okay, and let me create a folder. Okay, I will write Python crash course here. Python crash course. So everything that I'm actually discussing with respect to my coding, right, I will be discussing it from here. Okay, now inside the specific folder, let's go ahead and start creating with respect to the end-to-end projects, how to probably set it up, each and everything. Okay, now first of all, I want to open this particular folder as a project. Okay, I can open it with VS Code. So what I will do, since I have already installed the VS Code, from here I will go over here and I'll open my command prompt. So here is my command prompt. I'm inside this particular folder, Python crash course. Okay, and from here I will just go ahead and write code dot. Okay, so with the help of code dot, my VS Code is just going to open. Okay, so that basically means it's a very easy way to probably open a project, right? So this particular folder will be my project folder. Okay, now here I can go ahead and create any number of files and I can start my coding. Clear? Now first of all, if you are installing Python, okay, if you're installing VS Code for the first time, I would suggest go ahead and install some extensions. Okay, so here I will go ahead and search for some extension. I will go ahead and search for Python. Okay, so once I search for Python, okay, once I search for Python, Let me see. There will be something called as this Python language supported from Microsoft. So this extension I have to install, because see, if you're installing VS Code for the first time, Python will not be installed in this, right? So I will just go ahead and search for Python and I will click on install over here. So this extension is specifically required because this will be providing me the kernel to execute my code as we go ahead. Okay. So Microsoft has already provided this particular extension. And with this installation, there will also be some more extension that will get installed as we go. Right. So this will actually give you the features like autocomplete. So here you can see Python extension for Visual Studio Code. What all things it basically gives. Pylines will get installed. Python debugger will get installed. There are Python formatters, linters, install the supported version. All these things, nice features you'll be able to get because of this particular extension. So this is the first step. Go ahead and install this particular extension. Now, whenever we talk about this extension, it should be belonging to this particular Microsoft company. Clear? Everybody clear with this? Now the next step. Let's go ahead and open my Scribble notebook. Now many people are asking, Krish, which is this particular writing notebook? How many of you have asked this writing notebook? This writing notebook name is Scribble Ink. Again, it is given by Microsoft, 300 rupees for lifetime subscription. You can go ahead and use this. Clear? Very good notebook. If you want to also become a teacher. How many of you do you want some kind of guidance so that you can also probably become a teacher someday? If you are interested, I can help you with that. Okay. How to go probably start as a teacher, what mic you should specifically take, what writing pad you should specifically take, how you should go ahead and practice. Just let me know. Okay. I'll be happy to help you out. And I will also try to create a different community for that so that you can also start your journey like this if you're good at teaching. Okay. Everybody can teach. Yeah. Everybody can teach completely for free. You can open your YouTube channel. I will be helping you out too with this VS Code setup. Right now, I'm doing this in StreamYard. I will be helping you out in over here, right? So teaching is the best profession. What I feel, there's still less number of people. Like less number of people, and there are many people who wants to specifically learn, right? So definitely, I definitely promote a lot of free teachings, a lot of videos in YouTube. I specifically share most of the videos in YouTube, not only mine, other creators also with my students with respect to different things, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about the second thing, which is called as environment. Now tell me, what is the importance of environment? Okay, when I say environment, let's say in a company, okay, if your package is 50 lakhs per annum, obviously you will be playing a role of like architect. Okay, do you think you'll just be working with one project? Only one project? There may be scenario that you have to work in multiple projects. Project 1, project 2, project 3. Okay, there will be multiple projects, right? Let's say project 1 is specifically using Python 3.7. Okay, project 2 is using Python 3.10. Project 3 is basically using, and this is a very new project, so here we are using Python 3.12. Okay, along with this, let's say there are some other packages that we are going to use over here. Let's say this is a machine learning project. Here we are going to use some MLOps tools. Here we are going to use some EDA libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and all. And here we'll also be using some other things. Okay. Let's say project 2 is a kind of NLP project, right? So with respect to NLP project, here I have to install transformers. Let's say with respect to deep learning, I want to install other libraries which is available over here. Clear? Everybody? Yes? Yes? Yes or no? Everybody clear? Yes? So all these libraries are there. Now, similarly, project 3, let's consider that this is an agentic AI project. Now, in this agentic AI project, there is a library that I want to use. Let's say over here, I have LangGraph, LangGraph. Okay. I want to use LangChain over here. Okay. And I want to probably use LangChain Cloud over here. So for this, I have to probably go ahead and install some other libraries, right? So everything is separate over here. Now tell me, this person who is an architect, if he wants to make a setup in his local, do you think we just need to create one specific environment and go ahead and start all these particular projects in my local machine? Tell me, should we have to do that? Yeah? No, right? So obviously it will not be possible because this environment will become cluttered, right? It will definitely become cluttered, bhai. वो like how many, bhai कितना environment डालोगे यार? एक ही environment में TensorFlow भी घुसाओ, machine learning के libraries भी घुसाओ, sklearn भी घुसाओ, PyTorch भी घुसाओ, transformer भी घुसाओ, मतलब क्या चाहते हो? हैं? वो project वाला भी बोलेगा भाई क्या क्या करना चाहते हो? Like what you really want to do? If I keep on inserting, if I keep on installing every libraries in this specific environment, I'll say, hey, what the hell? What are you doing? Right? What do you really want to develop? Yes. I hope everybody's understanding, right? So this is not possible at all. So what I will do, I will go ahead and create, okay, let's go ahead and create one environment, one over here. This will be my environment two over here. This will be one environment three over here. Now, with respect to this environment, I will install these packages in this environment. Yeah. I will go ahead and install this particular environments. Okay. Now this way, what will happen is that I will be able to manage these packages very much easily, right? Manage these packages very easily, right? I know if I want to install this, I will activate this environment. I will install all these packages, and tomorrow I may require some more new libraries whenever a new change request come, right? So here I will specifically loosely coupled all these particular environments, and I will start my project. So this way, I'm able to efficiently manage projects and all, right? I hope you are able to understand over here. How many of you are getting? And this same environments, the best part is that I'm able to also manage it. I'm also able to see in my Anaconda Navigator. Clear? Yes? Let me know if this is clear or not. Hit like, hit share your love if you are liking this particular teaching, because this upcoming 5 days, the session that I'm actually going to keep will be amazing. Okay, I promise that it will be amazing. You will learn something new. Okay, and I have always tried to keep videos in my YouTube channel in such a way that you will definitely learn more and more. Okay, clear? Yes, you can also consider it as workspace. Fine, this is my workspace 1. This is my workspace 2. This is my workspace 3. Okay. I use poetry, log form, and project configuration. Perfect. I'll show you at project.toml also. Okay. So that part also I'll show. So shall I open my VS Code? Now fine. Now this is my VS Code. Now let's go ahead and create an environment. Okay. Yeah. So different environment will be, and it's a good practice that we should create a different environment for different projects. Okay. Now, in order to create an environment, let's go ahead and do this. Open a terminal. Okay. So terminal is just like your command prompt. Okay. Here you have options how to open a terminal. So you can go ahead and select over here. There is also a shortcut Control Shift. There is a symbol over here. You can open your terminal directly. You can also split terminal. You can run task and all. Because at the end of the day, any code that I really want to execute, I'll execute it in this particular terminal. Okay. Now let's go ahead and open my command prompt. Perfect. Now, with respect to this command prompt, okay. Now, see, everybody, please see how to create a terminal. Okay. Sorry, how to create an environment. And here I will just go ahead and write some example.txt. Okay. Now, see this. In order to create a command prompt, environment with the help of Conda, I'll write a very simple command, which is nothing but Conda create -p. Okay. VNV Python double equal to whatever version that you specifically want to use. There is also one more way. First of all, let me write both the command and then I will try to show you. Conda create -n VNV Python double equal to 3.12. Okay. So there's two ways. Now let's discuss about this way. This Conda create basically saying, hey, we want to create an environment. Okay. We want to basically create an environment. What is -p? Can anybody guess what is -p? What is -p and what is -n? For all those people who know already, you can also answer that in your comment section. Okay. What is the difference between -p and -n? Let me go ahead and discuss this. Okay. Now, -p basically means that whichever is my working location, whichever is my working space, my environment, the environment name VNV will be created over here. That basically means this -p is nothing but the present working directory. Clear? Whatever is the present working directory, this is my environment name. It will get created. Now the question is that, Krish, Do we need to write VNV only? Can I not write Krish? Yes, you can write. Whatever the environment name you like, you go ahead and write. Okay. But VNV we specifically write because it's a good practice. In most of the GitHubs that we have probably seen, most of the people go ahead with VNV. Okay. Virtual environment. We basically say it as virtual environment. Okay. But it need not be VNV only. You can write Krish, you can write your mother name, father name, your brother name, whatever things. Okay. Then Python and your version name, like which version of Python you want to install over here, right? So that version of Python will get created in your virtual environment. Okay. Now the question rises, what is this N? N is nothing but wherever by default we have installed our Anaconda, there they will be creating multiple packages. That basically means all the virtual environment will be created inside that specific folder. Clear? Clear? It's just like your new directory, you can probably say. Okay. So here minus n is nothing but it is basically creating in that specific directory where your Anaconda has been installed. Again, here you can use any kind of version that you specifically want based on the requirement. Okay. And this is your virtual name. Okay. The environment name. Everybody clear? Yes. Can I get a quick yes? Can I get 200 likes more? Come on. Can we do it? Then that's way how my energy will increase. Okay. And I will teach you in a much more funner way where you'll be learning multiple things. So let's go ahead and create our command prompt, our environment. Okay. So for this, I will go ahead and write conda create. Now let's go ahead and write this conda create. Now see, nothing is over here in this particular folder location. Okay. So I will just go ahead and write conda create minus p vnv python double equal to whatever the version is, right? And I'll go ahead and press enter. Now it'll ask me, hey, whenever you are installing or creating a new environment, okay, then we will start with some of the basic packages which is provided by Conda. Yeah, Siddhant, we are learning completely from scratch. Okay, so here you will be able to see that I will just go ahead and write why. So it is saying that, hey, by default, I'm going to install this particular libraries like setup, this, that. I'll talk about this, why this setup tools is required and all, because this will be important for you to create packages. Okay. Now here I will just go ahead and write y and I'll press enter. Now see, all the installation starts taking place. Right now, here you'll be able to see this virtual environment has got created. Okay. Now this virtual environment in the same working space directory. Okay. That is the best part about this. Clear, everybody? Yeah. Are you liking this session? Good enough? So let's wait till the installation basically happens. Okay. Will this comment work in PyCharm also? Yes, everywhere it will work because you have installed Anaconda. Okay. Perfect. Now, once we install the library, what is the next step? Let me clear the screen. Let me clear the screen. Okay. Now, once we go ahead and install we create a environment, we need to activate that environment, right? Now, in order to activate that specific environment, how do we go ahead and activate it? Okay. Anyone? How do we go ahead and activate it? It's very simple. I will go ahead and write conda activate whatever your environment is, VNV slash. I'm just giving this specific path. I'm saying that, hey, go ahead and activate this particular environment. That's it. Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and press enter. Now this my virtual environment is activated. Now, why we need to activate in this kind of virtual environment? Because any packages that I specifically install, we have to install inside this. Okay. We have to install. So if we do not activate this virtual environment, then it will be of no use. Unless and until I don't activate it, I will not be able to install any libraries. Clear? Yes. Yes, everyone. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now, how do I install the packages? There are multiple ways to create the packages and install it. Okay. One is directly from pip install, and one is directly by creating a requirement.txt. Okay. So let me just go ahead and create a file and let me write requirements.txt. Now, my question is, Krish, do we need to probably always write requirement.txt? Do I need to write always requirement.txt? Because in every GitHub solutions that you have probably seen, everybody will go ahead and write requirement.txt, and requirement.txt, they will start writing the packages. Let's say that I want to install LangChain. I want to install NumPy. I want to install NumPy, right? But do I always need to rename this particular file as requirement.txt? That is my question. Tell me, tell me, what is mean by forward slash? I'm just trying to move towards that particular virtual environment. Tell me, guys. Do I always need to write all my packages inside a requirement.txt file? Can I not write krish.txt file? Can I not write krish.txt file? Can I not write, let's say, frank.txt file? Right? But we are following some industry standards, right? Everybody writes requirement.txt file, so we are going ahead with that. Okay. Now, in order to install this, how do we install it? Okay. One way is that I can just go ahead and write directly my command pip install whatever library name is. Let's say I want to go ahead and install NumPy. Okay. I can directly write pip install NumPy. Okay. I can directly write pip install NumPy. So NumPy will start getting installed. But why still we are specifically using our requirement.txt file, and why all the packages are written in requirement.txt file? Because tomorrow any developer who's basically come, if he knows, hey, how many packages needs to be installed, he will just go ahead and see requirement.txt file. And that is how the installation will take place, right? So here, instead of all the time installing pip install, we can completely list down all the libraries. I mean, take all the packages which is inside requirement.txt, and we can go ahead and the installation. Now, how do I do this? Okay, I will write pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay, so once I go ahead and write, all this installation will start taking place. Yeah. We have to write the version 2 with the library, right? Yes, that is also a very good thing. You need to write it. But I will be talking about that in the later stages when we talk about pip freeze. Because once we complete our entire working solutions, we can go ahead and freeze those particular library. And after freezing, we will be able to get which version we are there. Okay. What is -r? Can anybody tell me? What is pip install -r? Come on, anybody. Tell me. Tell me, guys, quickly. What is -r? Recursive. Perfect. See, -r is more like a read mode. Okay. Okay. Clear, everyone? Some are saying recursive, some are saying read. Okay. So go ahead and find it out. Okay. I've given you an idea. There are two options. One is read and one is recursive. Okay. Which one it is, you just go ahead and find it out. Okay. Perfect. Is this clear? I've activated my environment. I know like how to install all the packages inside my environment. Perfect. Now, let's try one more thing. Okay. Let's open a Jupyter Notebook file. Okay. Here I will say example.ipynb file. Okay. And never create this kind of files inside your virtual environment. Okay. Because if you are creating inside virtual environment, it will be of no use, because your entire project will be developed inside this particular workspace, and this virtual environment is separate. Clear? Now, once I come up with this example.ipynb file, I will go ahead and select a kernel. My kernel will be my virtual environment. Okay. Now let me just go ahead and write one code, 1+1. Now see, guys, is it saying my running cells with VNV requires the ipykernel package? Okay. So whenever we specifically want to work with ipynb, there is another package that we really need to install, that is ipykernel. Now tell me, do I need to write ipykernel in requirement.txt, or can I just manually go ahead and write pip install ipykernel? Quickly. Tell me. Yes. Yes. Tell me. Should I do that? It's always a good idea. I should not write ipykernel over here, because when we write all the packages, this goes into the production. And in production, it is better that only those libraries that we specifically require, we only write that. Okay. So for this, what I will do, I will open my terminal. I will open my command prompt, And here I will go ahead and write pip install ipykernel. And always make sure that whenever you try to install all this kind of libraries, please make sure to install it inside your virtual environment. Okay. So now quickly, our installation will specifically happen. Clear? Yes. How is the session, guys? Are you liking the session, everyone? Yeah. So ipykernel, once this installation will take place, then we are good to go. One last question, we will learn everything like ML onwards or directly we'll jump to Gen AI? No, first of all, we'll go ahead and see a basic architecture of ML projects. And then we will also see that how it is specifically different for a generative AI project. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. So give some kind of expressions if you're liking this session, because tomorrow still we are going to learn many things. Not tomorrow, we'll learn on Sunday. The next session will be on Sunday. Okay. Perfect. So now I have done the installation. Now quickly I will clear the screen. Okay. Now if I go ahead and just execute this particular code, it should be able to run. See, my Jupyter Notebook is running. Okay. So this is really much important, which many people misses and they don't know why, what is the error. It is really important you see the error. The best part of the Python kernel will be that you get to see the error in a much more efficient way. Okay. Much more efficient way. And with the help of that, you're able to probably execute anything, right? If you're becoming a good debugger, even ChatGPT code, even if it is not working, you'll be able to understand why it is not working. Otherwise, it'll take another, how much time, I don't know. Okay, perfect. So I will, let's go to the next step. Okay, now my requirement.txt is there. Now quickly, if I open my browser, okay, let's say I will go to this PyPy page. Okay, the Python package index. See how you are able to do the pip install, right? Because here, if I go ahead and search for any packages, let's say NumPy, okay, so here you'll be able to see, hey, NumPy package is over there. I just need to use this particular command. Okay, what if you also want your packages to be put up inside this PyPy package, PyPy website? Okay, so can you not do this? And for doing this, how do we probably go ahead and put it inside this particular website? For that, we need to create our setup.py file. The setup.py file will be responsible in creating the entire package configuration of our file along with the package management. Clear? Clear? Everyone? Yes? Yes or no? Yes? Yes, yes, yes or no? Everyone. So let's go ahead and see how do we go ahead and work with the setup.py file. Okay. I will just go ahead and use one code directly from my from my I just want to copy and paste some code directly from, I've already taught this all everything. Okay. So first of all, what I will do, I will go ahead and write setup.py. Okay. Now initially the setup.py, why it is important, you need to understand. Okay. So let me go ahead and search for what is setup.py file. Setup.py. Okay. Oh no. Setup.py file. Okay. Python setup and usage. Let me see. Python setup.py. What is Python setup.py? Huh. Packaging and distribution projects. Okay. So here you will be able to see that this section covers additional details on configuring, packaging, and distributing Python projects with setup tools that aren't covered. Okay. So here you'll be able to see that we will be able to convert our entire project into a package and we can move it from one place to the other place. That basically means we can provide it and we can give it, we can distribute it even in this PyPy website and all. Okay. So let's go ahead and see that how do we go ahead and write our setup.py code. Okay. Now the first thing is that for setup.py, I will go ahead and import two important libraries. Okay. So first of all, over here, you'll be able to see from setup tools, find packages and setup. Okay. I will talk about it each and everything as we go ahead. Okay. First of all, what this find packages will basically do, it will try to find out all the packages that are available over here. Okay. Now I'll talk about this, what all packages it will try to find out and all, each and everything right now. Don't worry about it. Then I have this setup. Then from typing, I'm going to import the list. Okay. Now the one function that I'm actually going to create is something called as requirements, get requirements. Now see this, everybody. I will give this code. Please make sure that you have the dashboard access, which is given in the description of this particular video. Now this get requirement is a kind of function which will basically read the requirement.txt file in the read mode, and it will read all the packages that is available over here, like langchain and numpy. Clear? Clear? Yes, yes, everybody. So what I'm actually saying is that in this function get requirement.txt, what we are basically going to do is that we are going to read the requirement.txt file, and then we are going to read this particular file line by line, basically all the packages. Then we are basically going to, I'll talk about this minus e dot also. Okay. And then I'm going to append it inside my requirement underscore list. Okay. So this is the basic code that we are writing. Again, I'm not going to write the code line by line, because here our main aim is basically to understand the best practices and move towards building generative AI applications. Okay. So this is my get requirement.txt, setup.py file. Then the next step, what we do is that we create the setup of our package. Okay. So finally, I will call this setup. I will say, hey, what is my project name? So I'll say, right, this is my sample project. Okay. Let's say the version is 0.0.0.1. Author is Krish Naik, or author underscore email Krish Naik at the rate gmail.06 at the rate gmail.com. Packages will be find packages. I will talk about this find packages. Just give me a minute. And then here you have install underscore requires, which is nothing but get requirements. This get requirements is nothing but whatever requirements I have inside my requirement.txt, like langchain numpy, it will try to put it over here. So inside this particular packages, install require basically means that once we are creating this entire package, we need to install this particular requirements. Okay. We have to probably go ahead and install this particular requirements. Clear, everyone? Right? Now, this is the basic fundamental. Now, let me talk about what are these find packages. Okay. So here, whenever we go ahead and create our end-to-end project, okay, first of all, we will go ahead and create some folder structure. Let's say my folder structure is source. Inside this source, I will go ahead and write init underscore underscore dot py. Can anybody tell me what is the importance of underscore underscore init dot py? Edson, I will try to share all the code inside my dashboard, which is given in the description of this particular video. Okay. Now tell me, what is the importance of underscore underscore init.py? So this folder source will now become a package. Okay. And from this, I will be able to import anything anywhere. Okay. So this init underscore underscore dot py is going to make this folder as a package. Okay. Now see this, see this most amazing thing. Now what I will do, in requirement.txt, I will go ahead and add one more package minus e dot. Okay, now see. Okay, so I will open my terminal and I will write pip install minus r requirement.txt. Now see what will happen if I do the installation of requirement.txt. So once I probably do the installation, so here do you see my entire package has got created? See this? Dependency link test, package info, see metadata version, sample project, Krish Naik email, required libraries is langchain, numpy, dynamic author email required, this one. Then here you can see in requirement.txt, I have my langchain, numpy, then sources underscore text. Here you can probably see, and see one folder location is given as source slash underscore underscore init.py. Are you able to see this? So this is the entire package that has just got created. Okay. And now you may be thinking, Krish, why have you added this minus e dot? Because this minus e dot is responsible in triggering the setup.py file, in executing the setup.py file. Yeah. So I hope everybody is able to understand what is the importance of underscore underscore init.py. If I create a folder, a file underscore underscore init.py inside a source folder, then this basically becomes a package while we are executing the setup.py file. Does this make sense, everyone? Yes? Yes, yes, everybody. Can I get a quick confirmation? Hit like something, happy faces or sad faces, something, right? And this minus e dot in the requirement.txt is just going to trigger that entire setup.py file, right? And because of this, I have this entire package. Okay, clear? So this is how one way you can basically create a package, right? So here in the setup.py file, see, I have one function get requirement.txt, and then I have this setup dot entire file where I'm having all this specific information. Okay, perfect. Now let me introduce you to one more way, which is called as project.toml. Okay, and for this, I've written it somewhere, the entire code. Let me just go ahead and write it down. Okay, so there is something called as Pyproject. So Pyproject.toml. Okay, writing your Pyproject.toml, it is nothing but it is a configuration file used by packaging tool as well as other tools such as linters, type checkers. There are three possible tom tables and all, right? And here also we have three important things. One is by hatchling, one is setup tools, one is PDM and all. Okay, so here what we are basically going to do is that we are going to create a package with the help of pyproject.toml. This is much more efficient than the setup.py file, which we have specifically created. Okay, now quickly let's open this and let's create one more file, pyproject.toml. Okay, so this pyproject.toml has some important section. I'm just going to copy some of the sections over here. Okay, the first section is something called as build system. Okay, build system, and this is how it basically has this. Okay, so build system is basically requiring two important libraries, setup tools and wheel. Okay, then you have this project information. See, build system is one, project information is one. Okay, if you want to probably see more details, I would suggest please watch the documentation. You will be able to understand in a much more better way. Okay, this will be the name of the project. Let's say my name of the project is sample project. Okay, and then here you have some description about the project, then you have the readme file, then you have some license, author, right? You can probably write your name like Krish. Okay, Krish at the rate example.com. Okay, dependencies, here you list down all the libraries. Now what I can actually do is that I can also go ahead and create one function, get requirement.txt. Okay, and then this will be your project url, whichever is your repository url, all the information along with the packages and all, right? Now, in order to execute this also, again, what I will do, I will just go ahead and open the terminal. See, nothing so amazing thing over here. You can just copy from the documentation, write it over here and all. Okay. If anyone knows the link provided in this for paid course or enroll, no, this is the free one. The first link is basically for the free one, guys. Okay. Perfect. Now here again, I will go ahead and write pip install. See, pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay. Now see, two packages will get created. Now -e will trigger pyproject.toml, and along with that, it will also trigger sample project. So first project that will basically going to be created. Now see, do you see my awesome project has also been created and sample project has also been created. And it's almost the same thing. Dependency link, package info, and it has more important information over here. Then you have this required.txt, then you have source.txt, then you have top level.txt. Do you see this, everyone? So these are the two ways right now many people are specifically using in this way. One is directly by using pyproject.toml, and one is specifically by using this one. Okay. Yeah. So this was all about packages and configuration. One more important thing that I really want to cover is .env file. We will keep this .env file for tomorrow's session. Okay. I wanted to spend the first 1 hour specifically into this, but let me know what is your feedback for the sessions and all, everyone. How was the session? Should I continue this kind of session again? You can specifically let me know. Okay. Um, how was this overall? Was it good? Was it bad? Uh, did you understand something? We will keep 1 to 1.5 hours so that the interaction also remains, and people also, I hope you liked it. The enrollment free link is given in the description. You can go over there. I will be uploading all this particular content and all. Okay. So this kind of things many people do not understand, like their fundamental things are not that strong. Okay. Along with this, guys, I really want to quickly announce one more important thing. Okay. One more important thing, that is about our just a second, just a second. I want to announce our new batch that we are soon coming up with. Okay. And if you're interested, if you want to start your career completely from scratch, then this will be really helpful. Okay. But again, it is up to you. No forcefully, nothing, unless and until you require it. Please go ahead with this specific course. Okay. And if you don't require it, it's fine. You can still enjoy. Again, my main aim is to provide you everything. Okay. So please do that and try to probably cover this. Okay. So just a second, just give me a second. I will just quickly open my YouTube link, and then you should be able to see it. Okay, just give me a second, guys, everyone, quickly. So if you go ahead and probably see the description, I have just reload the page once. Just reload the page once, and I have shared one amazing course that we are coming up with for all those people who want to start their journey, who wants to specifically start their journey. Just a second. Okay, just a second, everyone. So whoever wants to just start their data science and generative AI journey from basics, we are coming up with that specific course. So I quickly want to share everyone with that. So just give me a second. Uh, ultimate. Yeah, I will be happy to share it now. Okay, perfect. So if you reload the page, guys, every information will be given in the description of this particular video. So here, let's go ahead and see this. Okay. So this is my course that we are coming up with. Please reload the page. Let me show this screen in a bigger format so that everybody should be able to see it. Okay. So here, Ultimate Data Science and Gen AI Bootcamp. It is an 8 months batch program. Okay. Mentors, there are 4 to 5 mentors, including me. It is starting from March 22nd, Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. IST to 12 a.m. IST. And this is the entire course link. The course link is quite huge. As I always say that, hey, I need to probably come up with a very big course, right, for all of you, from basics, for Python to each and everything, to machine learning, stats, NLP, SQL, everything. We are basically coming up with this, which you can probably enjoy. Okay. And this is an 8 months course. The dashboard access is for 2 years, community chat, live doubt clearing, hackathon and reward, job referral if we have any, and resume discussion and mock interview. You can call this specific number if you have any kind of queries. Okay. So it is up to you. Again, no force, nothing. If you want to join, go ahead and join it. Okay. So all the information will be given in the description of this particular video. I hope you are able to understand each and everything. And overall, if you like this session, please make sure that to hit like, share with many friends as possible. The next session that we are going to happen is basically on Sunday, because I know Saturday will be, everybody will be quite busy. We are also providing some discount for the first 50 people. All the information is given in the description of this particular video. Okay. So you told it will be starting from Feb 8th, but you started today. Is this sufficient for Python? Yes. Many people were requesting to probably start it from today. So I thought, why not? Let's start from today. Okay. Whatever you say, I will be happy to consider it. Okay. Sir, please tell me if your Udemy ML course and ML course from April 22nd, not April, March 22nd is same. No, it is completely different. You can go ahead and check it out. And if you have any queries, please do communicate with the counseling team. They will not sell you courses. Instead, they'll try to understand what you specifically want, and based on that, they will be providing. Okay. Okay, that's it. I hope everybody liked the session. Yes. It's okay. Today I started it. I'll update the course dashboard. Okay, no worries. Any discount if you use first 50? I think there is a 10% discount. Okay. Please make it affordable for students indeed. Yes, it is affordable, guys. For students, if you want additional thing, you can just contact the counseling team. They'll guide you. Okay. So yeah, this was it from my side, guys. I hope you like this particular session. I will see you on Sunday session again. On Sunday 8:30 p.m. we will have another discussion where we discuss about each and everything. Okay. And in the Sunday session, we will discuss about object-oriented programming, how to write modular coding, how to create this folder structure, how to create your env file, each and everything we will go ahead and discuss about. Okay. So thank you. This was it. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care. All the information regarding this will be given in the description of this particular video. Go ahead and check it out, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Shubharatri. Shubharatri, sorry. And yeah, I'll see you all on Sunday session. Bye bye.